Hello everyone, it's Jess in Japan. Today I want to share some places that I have visited in Japan that I thought you might really enjoy if you are planning on coming to Japan. But before I get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, click on that bell so you can get notifications every time I make a video, and give me a like. It really does help my channel out and support me if you just give me some love. So thank you so much in advance. Before we get started, I kind of want a cup of coffee. So much better. One of the first places that comes to mind that's a really fun and enjoyable place that you can go and you can find something for everyone is probably Kyoto. There's so much to do, you could probably never be bored there. I've only been there once, but it was really fun and I was never bored. I wish I could go back, and I always found myself wishing I can go back sometime in the future. That's just like the tip of the iceberg. There are so many things that you can do in Kyoto besides the touristy places like Arashiyama, Kinkakuji, Fushimi Inari Taisha, and so on. Just the overall vibe that you can get there at Kyoto is just amazing. It's such a diverse area. You can see so much history, so much Japanese culture there. It's an amazing, just astounding place to be in. I was only there for about a couple of days, unfortunately. The one time I went to Kyoto, I went to this really nice restaurant slash bar that was kind of catered towards welcoming a mixture of Japanese people and foreign people. At that restaurant, it was nice to just sit down and hear local people talk with people from others all around the world. So Kyoto is a great spot for getting to not only travel, but meet a mixture of people from all these different cultures, because Kyoto is just like a cultural mixing pot. I hope it's not too crazy of me to say this, but I feel like Kyoto is a really great cultural mixing zone, or a cultural blending, connecting zone. I don't know what the right word is. I appreciate what Kyoto can bring as far as cultural awareness and appreciation and understanding of people's cultures. So I really enjoyed Kyoto for that additional reason. Another place that I have traveled to that I really enjoyed was Tokyo's Odaiba area. One of the main attractions to Odaiba in Tokyo was just the fact that it was not so heavily touristy as other places in Tokyo can be. It had so many different interesting things that you can see for everyone. I liked the 70s/80s style arcade that you can see in Odaiba. They also have a really nice shopping area, which is 1960s Japan styled, and you can even find toys and other things that are sold that look authentically 1960s or maybe older than that style, which is really cool. Another really cool thing in Odaiba is you can go to an indoor amusement park called Joypolis, and it's actually really fun. You could spend the whole day there probably and never get bored. It's a great place not just for family, but it's also a great place for couples, for dates or whatever too. So if that is something that you are interested in checking out, I highly recommend it if you are interested in amusement parks. So another place that I have traveled to that I've really enjoyed, and I think you could enjoy too, is the Daibutsu, which is a huge Buddha statue in Chiba. If you have time to come to Chiba Prefecture, I highly recommend Awa. It's a great place to hike and just have a really relaxing scenic environment. Not to mention that you can also see the Daibutsu, a large Buddha statue carved into the side of a big mountain face. It's beautiful. Not to mention it's over 300 meters tall. It's huge and really gorgeous. So I highly recommend it, especially if you're a person that likes hiking. It's the perfect place to go on a nice sunny bright day. Also, if you go to the top of the mountain, there is a large viewing deck where you can see Mount Fuji. It's the perfect place to go if you want to enjoy some hiking, get some beautiful cultural shots, nature shots, and you can get a nice picture with Mount Fuji on a nice clear day. So I highly recommend that you can go to Awa City in Chiba. In addition to that, if you enjoy natural scenic environments and hiking, I also highly recommend visiting Nikko Village. Nikko is also another place that's really just gorgeous, filled with tons of foresty trees and nature. It's beautiful. It's also a great place to see a lot of Japanese culture and history. You can go and visit areas that are best known to be associated with the Tokugawa house. That's also a really awesome place if you are interested in Japanese culture and history. I highly recommend it because it's a beautiful place to go, and there's a lot of rich history and culture there that you can see, in addition to just enjoying a beautiful hike. And if you go there, try to see if you can find the sleeping cat and the monkeys that are doing see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. That's a fun little thing that you can do if you visit Nikko as well. Finally, one of the last places that's on my list of recommended places that you should visit if you come to Japan is Asakusa. Asakusa in Tokyo is a wonderful place to visit because there's not only very many touristy things that you can do, it's also a great place to see some really traditional Japanese culture. You can visit Sensoji Temple as well as enjoy some of the local foods. You can see some more recent things as well. I think my favorite part of Asakusa was the new Mameshiba cafe that opened. I just fell in love with Mameshiba and I really want to get one of my own dogs in the future because they're just the most adorable dogs in the world. I really enjoyed it because there was a nice vibe. If you do go to Asakusa, I highly recommend eating the food that the food vendors are selling that are lined up on the way to Sensoji Temple. It's just amazing food that is really unique and delicious. So I highly recommend trying out those foods. My favorite is the corn on the cob. That's the best ever. Oh, those were some of my top places that I recommend visiting if you ever come to Japan and you want to explore a bit. I highly recommend each place, and they all each have their own merit, as well as being able to see a little bit of Japanese culture in each of those areas. Not to mention you can eat some really delicious food, so that's another reason to travel to many different areas of Japan if possible, because you can try a bunch of different food that are unique to each section or area of Japan. If you ever come to Japan, I highly recommend that. Please let me know, have you been to Japan? What places have you visited that you really enjoyed? If you haven't been to Japan, where would you like to go? Let me know. Please write down a comment down below. I'll be interested. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell notification, that way you don't miss out on any of my new videos, and please give me a like and help support me and show me some love. And that's all I got for now. See you next time. Bye!